Hello everybody, welcome to the Joel Show, where today I review the Thomas Wood Track Pack. Hello everybody, I'm Joel, and today I will be reviewing the Thomas Wood Track Pack with six track pieces, 2 track adapters, 1 sign, 1 figure, and 2 ramps. So the 6 pieces of track include these 4 straights as well as the 2 curves. And before I start the video, this is my first video where I'm doing the chest mount for what would usually be my GoPro, but I did lose my tripod, so I'm trying to get things that work out. So I do apologize if the video is quite shaky. I'm still going to have to get used to this. But anyway, let's go ahead and start the review by looking at the box. So here is the package. You can see the 2 curves. These are your 2 track adapters, and then for some reason they hid the track adapters behind this little kid-friendly little logo with the little track right there. But everything else is displayed, which is a bit odd. I have a feeling that they're really trying to wipe out or make the older stuff not as noticeable than the new things. But anyway, here's your 4 pieces of straight, and only one of them has these little footprints on there, as you can see here. So that little diagram shows that you have those little pieces, or the piece with the footprints. Then you have 3 without it, 2 curves, and then here is your 1 sign up there, and then here is your figure, figure, even though it's kind of an animal. And then here's your 2 ramps, or track ramps. There's everything that's included, which I'll take a look at in just a second when we open it. But the package, here's your Thomas & Friends Wood logo, and then you've got some other things down here. You can read those and pause the video if you really want to. And then here's what it includes. There's your little thing that says, or it's the logo for saying that all the wood that this uses is that comes from well-managed forest, and since that is a really big thing now. And then on the back, you just have some more information about the track pack. And then there is what the there's what the characters used to look like, but Thomas Wood recently got an update, and they actually look normal now. So this is basically a Thomas Wood and Railway character, because after you put the paint back on, it's that's basically all they changed besides the coupling for the track. And then, well, yeah, you got your Thomas Wood thing, you got your little picture down here of all of your different sets and your different destinations that you can add, which right here it says engines, destinations, and play sets, Fisher-Price, Hit Toy Company, and all of the www.thomasandfriends thing. And then here is your picture of the track adapters, so they are still a little bit incorporated on the top. They're just trying to hide them on the front. And then here's the top. You have the Thomas Wood track pack, blah blah blah, well-managed force. And then here is the bottom. This is basically the boring stuff, although here's where it actually says all the wood is 100% from wood that is used from well-managed forest, as it says there. And then here's the rest of your information if you guys want to pause and read that. And then your sides are not really all that interesting, just everything that we've already seen. And then there's everything that's included once again. And then on the front, I feel like I should mention this. The age recommendation is 3 years of age, and nothing under is recommended. And then you have to have something short or semi-short right here to cut the tape, because I really don't like tearing. Even while I don't keep the boxes, I don't like damaging them. So you just have to slit the tape right there. And what I found, that even if you don't cut the tape all the way, it'll still kind of pop open for you. So you can see that I didn't cut the tape all the way right there, but I guarantee you, yep, it just kind of tore a little bit. And then now we just have to pull out this little insert right there, so now you can throw the box away if you decide to, although I will actually be throwing it away because I don't want to keep it. And then here is your little background decoration. You just got some simple little things, which I actually kind of like that. I might keep this. And then, yeah, here's everything that is included. So, first time I've actually touched the Thomas Wood track and not the Thomas Wood and Railway track, which I did actually have as a kid. And then here is why I really got this set. This is what I really, really wanted. And then, well, oh my gosh. I apologize for this. I'm probably going to have to speed this up a little bit. But here is the track adapter, which, one thing I just noticed, they actually have both, sides of the track, and then you have Thomas & Friends, blah blah, and then here's where you can connect to your new track. Now I still have to get more track because this won't actually complete a full loop, but anyway, I'm going to stop talking and speed all this video up so that you don't have to sit here and listen to me talk. And there we go. I'm definitely not keeping this now because I have actually quite crunched the package, although I might keep that background because it looks really nice. And then I already have a comment on this. I don't like it too much because if you look right there, you've got a broken tip and you've got some splintery pieces, which if you guys have ever been a kid, which I expect that all of you have at one point in time, you know that when you get a splinter as a kid, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die, because, well, that's what I remember being like, and that's what all my friends were usually like. But anyway, here is your 4 pieces of track. Here is your one with the footprints, and then you've got 3 just normal pieces. Although what I do find weird, unlike the Thomas Wooden Railway, in between the track, you've actually got that kind of little divot. I'm not sure what that's for. Maybe it's so that you can do that, so you can kind of pivot it a little bit if you need to. And then first time ever running a Thomas Wood character over the track. Yeah, that's really nice. And actually, that kind of fits really well. And then you can do your little thing, like if you wanted to do a video or play around, you can be like, dun 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 dun, and you can wiggle the characters around. And then let's see how the adapter, go ahead and play around. Yeah, that seems good. You definitely do have a little bit of a different sound when he's going over that. Like you can see, it sounds different when it goes over the wood. Yeah, so the plastic makes a bit of a different sound, but I don't think anybody is going to care. And then, yeah, so there is your 4 curves, or your 4 straights, excuse me. And then here's your 2 curves, which these are normal. They're identical to each other. Just connect them like usual. And then, yeah, I don't like how these connect together. It's not nearly as good as the old system, and they did it just so that it doesn't fit with the new stuff, which I don't like. But anyway, it still does fit together, which is probably a good thing, in since if it didn't, it wouldn't work very well. But anyway, yeah, you can see it'll still connects together, but I really don't like how this connects. It's too flimsy, and it doesn't seem like it's meant to connect to each other. And then here's your 2 check ramps, which you can just connect these to each other, and you can be like, I'm going to go over a ramp, and then I'm done. Or you can, well, I guess you could stick all the plastic bits together, and then you can run them over just plastic. You can make it like a mini display stand. Just set this in the middle of like your playroom or somewhere. Just have Thomas sitting there. Maybe like tape his wheels down, and you can have him just sitting. And then here's your little, I presume this is a cow. Yeah, this is a cow. And then under here you've got a little, oh wait, oh, that is made in China. I thought for a second that it actually said something else, which would be quite surprising, and since everything is usually made there. And then here's your little cow. You can adjust the head up and down a little bit so you can tip it down like it's eating in the field. And then your tail, you've got your tail back there, and yeah, sort of a burnt orange color, which I really like. You got your white spot, there's your eyes, your cute little ears, and then, yeah, here's my 2 Thomases that I have right now. These are both Thomas Wood ones. This is the Birthday Thomas, the updated kind with all the paint, and this is also the updated Wood Thomas. And from what I understand, these are basically just Wooden Railway characters. But anyway, if I can set all this stuff up in the background a little bit. Oh, and yeah, I didn't talk about this a second ago, but here's your little sign. So it just says Xing, which I presume that means crossing for animals. And then, yeah, you can stick like this by the track, and then you can have your cow sitting there. But anyway, if I can set this stuff up, there is the Joel Homie Show review of the Thomas Wood track pack, which I really like track packs. They can help you expand your layout, which is always good. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video,